Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. This is your friendly neighborhood farmer, Raznac, and we are back on the old family farm in Ray County, Missouri. In the last episode, if you watched it, we cut all of our alfalfa fields. We learned about my crazy Uncle Cecil and dusted off some old farm equipment. We have a huge storm moving in and we've got to get all of this alfalfa raked and tedded and baled up before the rain moves in and ruins all of the crop. So, heck yeah, do some farming. Found this in the mailbox this morning. Bank says we got debts that need to be paid. I mean, Uncle Cecil had debts. I'm just trying to keep this place alive. This harvest has got to pay or we're in really deep. And this alfalfa better get us some money. Keep the bank off our back. It's nothing new though. Ray County farmers, they've been fighting tough for a long time. Like 1820, they settled this area. They've been doing this forever. Fighting floods and droughts. War. I mean, the Civil War, not far from here. There's stuff through here. 1838, there was a Mormon War. Right down the road at Old Crooked River. Farmers, they didn't quit, man. They kept on plowing, kept on cutting. We will too. I was going through some of Uncle Cecil's old stuff, checking drawers and cabinets, all that stuff, and I found this old picture. It kind of fits today. It looks like Uncle Cecil and Grandpa putting up hay bales. That's what it looks like. We don't have that truck anymore, I don't think. Unless it's up there in the scrap pile somewhere. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to find this old stuff. You guys at home got old stories or old pictures or anything you'd like to share? Let me know. Let me know what you have. And especially if you have old pictures that you're willing to share and you're willing to put on the internet, let me know. I can definitely work them into this video somehow. Tell a story, about you and your farm. So definitely hit me up. Skies are clear right now, but let me check my phone here. Man, it's a big old storm moving this way. Big old storm. Not going to be good. We'll get it done though. Uncle Cecil, he used to talk about this storm. It's like 1968, 1969. He would say, tornadoes like pillars of clouds. It was apocalyptic. Then again, the man believed in Bigfoot, so you can take anything he said with a grain of salt. But we ain't going to take any chances. We're going to get everything done before the weather moves in, so at least we have something to sell. Keep this thing going. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, there she is, the old International 856. Oh, that's what's gonna get us going. And then over here we're gonna use that International 856, and we've got an old New Holland 166 that the farms had since the 80s or 90s. The 186 we've had since the 70s. I'm pretty sure that, or sorry, the 856 since 70s. I think that came out in 69. But this has been on the farm since the 70s, but this has been here since the 90s. This is a New Holland 166. I think this came out in the 80s, but it's a single pass. So this will kind of ted and turn our alfalfa so that we can put it in some nice rows to get it baled up. Yeah, it's been a favorite here in small farms like Ray County, all over the United States for quite some time. See, let's get in the 856. Let's get it hooked up. All right, let's just get her kind of unfolded out there. There we go. Shit, it's filthy, but it doesn't matter. All right, things look to be running pretty good. So let's get started. Give her a few passes, see how it looks. So what I'm trying to do is with this this old New Holland merger, tedder rake, whatever you want to call it. So we're trying to put two of our rows together into one nice big windrow, and the New Holland's lifting up the alfalfa and turning it over. That way it can dry out underneath the bottom there. Just trying to keep her straight here so that we can get everything in the pickup, the baler's pickup. Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. That's the idea with this old 166. Is it kind of takes two of the windrows that were already there from the cutting, you know, the haybine dropped, and then just kind of turns it and puts it together so that the sun can dry it out a little bit more. Let's stop for a sec and turn that off. Check out our crop, see how it's going. It's a pretty good little row. That's some pretty good alfalfa. It's not the best, but then again, no one's really been in the fields. I don't think they've been fertilized this year. We're probably going to get pretty low yield off of this. But yeah, it looks good. A lot of leaves on the plant. Quite a few. I mean, it was flowering, so this isn't going to be the absolute best, because the more it flowers, doesn't make as good a feed. But let's see, that looks pretty good. Now the edge ones, those are they've got quite a bit of trash in them. Some weeds, grass, probably, you know, leaves, just stuff, you know, it just hasn't been well maintained. These should be cut back, but Uncle Cecil hadn't been doing a very good job. I might have to come through here and try to cut these field edges back some. I mean, if I get a chance. But yeah, this edge stuff's kind of but here in the middle, looking good, looking really good. Let's get back to it. Well, got that field rode up nice. Let the sun cook it here for a little bit. Not long. By the time we get done raking the other one, we should be able to get right in the field to start baling. Yeah, should be able to. All right, let's head on over to the other field. Oh man, I don't have the time for this. Got a beer can or Coke can or soda can, something stuck up in there. I didn't see it when I was raking. Didn't see it at all. Somebody probably throwing trash out their window here along the highway. I'm gonna have to take this back to the yard and dig that thing out of there, see if I can fix it. And it's hard to see. And the whole time I'm like yelling and screaming. There's this turkey over here, just laughing at me. Just laughing at me. See him right there? I won't get too close. Don't want to spook him. Turkey. Just laughing at me. Man. All right, let's head up to the yard and see if we can find Cecil's tools. Dig this frickin' can out of there. I do not have time for this. Love the old scrapyard. Some old tractors in here. The old gleaner. That thing hasn't been running in forever. And I don't know if it was his, secret supply, or there's a deer there in the yard. Anyway. Oh, this is where Cecil keeps his tools. Right there. I don't know why he insists on putting it in here, but he does. Let's see if I can find what I need to get this thing cleaned up here. Alrighty, crisis averted. We are back at it now that we got that fixed up. Cecil needs a better selection of tools. He was supposed to build a shop years ago, but I think he spent his money on an expedition to the Alps to go searching for the Yeti. Because the farm could do with a proper shop. But unfortunately, we worked with what we got. And hey, if you're the person that threw that beer can into my field, I hope you're visited by millions and millions of fleas. I really do. All right, that part is done. Everything is raked and rode up. We're just gonna let it bake a little bit in the sun, and which is perfect because I'm gonna grab me a bologna sandwich, some sweet tea. I'm telling you what, there's nothing better working in the sun. Getting a bologna sandwich and some sweet tea. Better wash up before we leave. Oh man, that was such a good sandwich. Some fresh bread, slice of tomato. But before we get to baling, we gotta head down to the co-op because I need some twine for the baler, and I'm gonna see if I can drum up a little help because if anyone's ever baled hay before, especially with the small bales, we have a old John Deere baler right over there, and it makes us small squares and old bale wagon. I need someone to huck bales, as they say, or stack them, however you want to call it. I did it back when I was younger for like $5 a day. I remember summer heat, stacking bales. Come on, International. There you go. I really need a garage door opener. I still haven't found it. I have no telling where Cecil left the garage door opener. Yeah, we're gonna run down to the co-op, and like I said, got to get some bale twine and also some help because I need some young bucks to stack bales both on the trailer and help me get them up there in the loft. So, I'll see you down at the co-op. This is the Chula Farmers Co-op. Now this is much newer. They just kind of brought this in a few years back. There's been something here in some form or fashion. The livestock market's down there. It's been there a while, but this new co-op it's really nice. It's been here for a while. Now before that, just a little history lesson for you folks. Some of the first co-ops in Ray County started around 1870, shortly after the Civil War had ended. And so a bunch of farmers, they get together and they cooperated. And so what they would do is you could share equipment. They also allowed purchasing of supplies in bulk to delivery to one location so that they could get supplies cheaper. Like I said, shared equipment, and it just kind of expanded from there into what's more now your modern farmers cooperative, which are more commercial enterprises, but just carry kind of the co-op name now. But yeah, there's a little history lesson for you. I'm gonna go in here and get some bale twine and see if they know any boys that want to come work for $10 an hour, whatever I can afford. I'm sure they'll work for cash. All right, load up the last couple rolls of twine here. I grabbed 6. Should be more than enough for our little farm here. Should be more than enough. All right, let's head back to the farm and let's get our baler ready. Get this thing cleaned up before we take it out there. This is our John Deere 348. This one actually isn't that old. This baler is from the late 90s. This one is. There used to be a much older one here on the farm, but it's over there in the metal pile now. But this one actually isn't that bad. Just needs to be cleaned up, and you put some twine in it. You know, grease it up a little bit, and we should be good to go, which is good because the clouds are starting to roll in. If you can't notice up there, we got clouds rolling in, and the weather should be here later this evening. And I've got a couple local boys. They're coming right after school. They're actually the kids of one of the guys down at the co-op. They're going to come up and help me stack some bales. So they should be here any minute. I'm going to grab some twine and other stuff and get this baler ready, and we'll get to the field. All right, this is our setup. We got the baler hooked up. It's ready to start going. You can see we got twine, extra twine there that we brought just in case we need it. So the baler's ready to get set up. It'll kick the bales out, and the boys they'll just stack them as it comes along. Try not to fall off. Funny story. I've fallen off of one of these. So I mean, I was much younger and dumber. Didn't know what I was doing. So we'll get into the field, start getting things baled up as soon as those kids get here. I mean, they need to hurry up. I don't have time to wait. They better get here pretty soon. All right, we're gonna get in the field and do some baling. Because of the limitations for the game Farming Simulator, and because for some odd reason Farm Sim doesn't capture a lot of things well, and one of that is people working. You know, we have people walking around, we have people driving vehicles, but we never really see like farmers do work. So for the sake of adding, you know, a little bit of realism, and for those people who have no idea what I'm talking about, just imagine that these stick figures here are the young teenagers that are now working for me on my farm for the measly rate of $10 an hour in cash. Those are my workers. Use your imagination, because that's as good as my editing gets. Listen, I don't care what anybody says. You guys are doing great. You're doing wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Could take a break. You know. Yeah. Go take a leak or something. Yeah. Just a few minutes though, because it's weather's coming. I got to get this done. All right, we got our first full load back. The guys are coming over here in just a second. Got the first full load back, and we're gonna get it put up here in the loft. At least that's the plan. You know, we're gonna throw them up there. Put our ladder up, and I'll check this place up here. Oh yeah, nice and clean up here. I'm just trying to think of like the best way to do this. I guess we're just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way and toss and catch. I mean, we can use the Massey. I've got some old pallets over there. So I think what we'll do is I'll break out the Massey Ferguson and we'll stack a bunch of bales on pallets and raise them up here and then stack them off. I mean, it's like the only way I can think of doing it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's imagination time. That's right. So that's as far as I can get in the role play aspect of it with what I have in the game. There might be a conveyor belt out there, a mod that would work, but unfortunately I don't have one. So this trailer is auto load. So what we're going to do is we're literally just going to auto load that right into that, and then all the bales will end up there. So I just kind of role played it as much as I can. So this is use your imagination and just assume that what I said happened. And if it makes you feel any better, I couldn't all load them all. So I do have to like pick up a bunch by hand, like pile them in there. So yeah. And then you can see up there in the loft now, our small bales are up there. All right. Back to it. All right, that field is done. Hold this up. Take this whole rig back to the barn. The guys are going to meet me up there. We're going to get this last bit unloaded because we've been hearing little thunder way off in the distance. So the storm's closing in fast. All right, all done. I paid the kids. They've headed out. We're sitting at about 254 bales of alfalfa. I got a little bit of trash off that, but 254 bales of alfalfa. And again, like I said, that ain't much. I mean, we're talking $2,500 if I'm lucky. I don't know why I was thinking it would be more than that. Oh, it's down the steps. Don't fall. Put my ladder away. There we go. And let's close up because there's a storm heading in. Start closing some stuff up and oh, not you. And then get this put away. Get everything put up and cleaned up. And come up with a plan to pay the bills because alfalfa ain't gonna cut it, y'all. It just ain't gonna cut it. I mean, unless I can get some beef cattle in here to, and then I can do grass work to feed beef cattle and sell the beef cattle. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's I don't know. Let me get the yard cleaned up. We'll get everything buttoned up for the storm. That's a little thunder rumble. Yeah, let me get everything put away and get inside. Well, we got that done just in the nick of time, didn't we? I got almost everything put up. I left the barn door open. I'll go run out and get it. But man, the thunder's rolling. This storm, it looks nasty. Looks nasty. Reminds me of the story my Uncle Cecil told me once. He swore that that back in it was 68 or 69, I can't remember, the storm, it was like the end of days. Said there was a tornado tore through, the barns were shaking, hay was flying all over. He swore he saw a cow fly over the trees. It's probably half true, knowing him. But the weather's why we hustle. You know? They say make hay when the sun shines. And that's what we did. Because whether we want to or not, we got to work. Got to make some money. And got to pay some bills. Which I don't know how we're going to do. Because that alfalfa over there ain't going to bring us a whole lot. So we're going to have to get creative or pray for a miracle. Because I don't know how we're going to make it. Well, folks, that's it for this one. That's it for episode 2 of the Ray County Revival. So down in the comments, let me know, what do y'all think so far? Are you liking it? Do you like the story? Do you like the visual storytelling, the footage? I mean, I do as much as I can considering the game and what I have. So what do you think's going to happen? What do you think is the future of the farm? I mean, or do you have any ideas on how Raz can make money? Realistic ideas, because we're trying to play this as realistic as possible, to kind of share the story of what it would be like to be a struggling farmer, because unfortunately that is the truth of a lot of Americans today, is that farms are really struggling. Small farms are really having a tough time. So what can we do to weather the storm, pun intended, of unfortunately inheriting a family farm with lots of debt? So we'll have to figure this out as we go. So also need a name for the farm. I've been calling it the Old Family Farm, but down in the comments, let me know. Should we call it Heck Yeah Farms, Cecil's Funny Farm, or keep it, you know, the Old Family Farm? All right, everybody, that's it for me. Thank you so very much for watching. I do appreciate it. And until next time, stay safe. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.